Looping in Dead by Daylight is incredibly easy. Mechanically, it is literally the easiest PvP game I have ever played, besides turn-based games like Pokemon or something like that. It's literally as simple as knowing the right circles to run in and the right places to stop. But the problem is, it takes us all way too long to learn if we're learning by ourselves through our own trial and error when there's like 50 maps and 40 different killers to play against. But literally just knowing the right spots to run in can be the difference between having a great time no matter what the circumstances are, or feeling miserable and not knowing what to do and feeling completely helpless like you're just getting picked on. Now this is true even in scenarios like when Ghoul came out. We all remember when Kaneki first came out. It was pretty broken, probably the easiest killer to play as well. I really think they were trying to make it a killer that would be easier to play in controller as opposed to mouse and keyboard, since all the other killers are so much easier mouse and keyboard, and I think this killer was to close the gap. Now he's already been nerfed multiple times, but even before that, if all you did was knew where to run, then you could still have a great time, and you would actively have been inviting the tunnel. You could sit here getting tunneled at a corner tile like this, and you absolutely love it. You can sit there trash talking the entire time. And no, I don't think there's anything wrong with video game trash talk as long as it doesn't cross any lines and stays video game related. Because when something broken comes out, it's going to get abused. Doesn't matter if it's a survivor thing, doesn't matter if it's a killer thing. If something broken comes out or gets discovered, you better believe we're gonna get nothing but that exact copy pasta for until it gets nerfed or until some great counterplay comes out against it. But even when Kaneki was literally that broken, running all the strongest copy pasta builds that we saw every single game and just tunneling the very first survivor, if you knew where to run, you still had a great time because you could just sit here looping him over and over, knowing he was wasting a bunch of his own time playing a broken killer and still wasting a bunch of time in the corner of the map. And you could just have a great time sitting there talking trash the whole time doing it too. Or just make it harder to play, is what I'm saying too. And I never got healed for the duration of this match. Oh, Claude wants out. Oh, you want to get looped though. Now we're going the right way. Now we are going the right way. Greet it. Haha, nerd. Damn, that's what. So you just ended up in the wrong MMR, huh? And that's why you wanted the tunnel on the easy one when somebody's already giving up because you just ended up in the wrong MMR? Damn, maybe it's because you took the easy ones. Look at this lusty blood. That shit's hilarious. I'm going to make it all the way around. I got your ass on Bloodlust 3. And a really high skill ceiling if you play that way. And also the easiest possible PvP game you could play to get wins and wins only. It is so much easier than every other PvP game I've ever played to just get wins. I wonder if we can go all the way around this way again. Bruh, how many times are you gonna fall for that? You gonna get Bloodlust 3 again? Is that what you're gonna do? Aww. Don't worry. When you're in Bloodlust 3, you can even miss a hit and it's fine. Damn, did you give up 3 vaults on it again? Watch me greet it in your face again. Damn it! It can even get to the point where you actively want to get tunneled by the broken killer because you think it's hilarious that they still can't do anything just because you knew which circles to run in and where to stop. To the point where even when they leave you and stop tunneling you, you're actually actively a bit upset. I didn't realize he was coming back this way. Boo! Also, somebody was asking earlier. I run around this. Damn. And that's what would suck to get rid of. Yeah, but I can just loop here and they could probably open the doors and get out if they wanted to. gonna try to run around and greed this pallet and try to make it back to this. Aw, it didn't work. I'm gonna get lusty blood though. Damn it. So now before we get too far ahead of ourselves, we have to show you guys where it is. And I think this is a good tile to go on to next, because the last few weeks we've been talking about tiles that are in the corner of the map that are not super strong, but a lot of fun that you could drag the killer to, and it takes about 3 times the amount of time for the killer to waste time going all the way to the corner of the map and then looping you there. But this tile would be hilarious even if it was straight up in the middle of the map, but it's not. It's actually in the corner of the map. So this is a really fun one to go back and forth, and this is the real reason killers hate Garden and Joy, because there's a lot of reasons killers hate Garden and Joy. The main building's pretty obnoxious. That over there, especially if you get the gazebo, has the window that's never going to go away. You have Shack in the back corner, and it's a pretty big map. On top of the broken setups, you can get like OPnesses. We call them OPnesses because if you see something like this, right? It's a pretty broken setup. We call it the OPness because one of these times we were talking about the OP level of this. Like the tallness is very tall or something like that. So I went to say the OPness is very big. Like it's very strong here. And of course, all anybody heard was OPness. So now when we see something like this, we call it an OPness because you could loop around this right here. And not only does the killer have to worry about this pallet where you're just running around the car and they have to worry about the pallet itself, but then they also have to worry about going into the window here. But the biggest pain in the butt for killers is in the corner of the map. And it's really easy to find because it never changes. So the main building you can see from literally anywhere on the map, and the road is in front of the main building. So all you got to do if you're looking at the main building is go to the far corner of the map over there. Shack is always going to be there. We're not going to go to Shack. We're going to this far corner over here, which we like to call the parking lot. Here is the gold tile, because if the killer chases you all the way over here, look how far away they are from everything else, just like those last tiles we were talking about. But at the same time, this thing is broken. And it's not super broken by itself, just very consistent, and it's very cookie cutter as well. You will get good loops out of it. It's very strong. But what makes it insanely broken strong is connecting whatever jungle gym you get that's next to it into this tile as well. Now we'll get into that near the end of the video and go over a few different of the formations, but right now, before we get too far ahead of ourselves, let's just go over looping this tile right here by itself. So at first glance, obviously we have the pallet and the window, and we're going to be chaining these back and forth. And this window is stronger than it appears, because the basic loop that you're going to do essentially would be if you were getting chased here already, you run around here, say they push you around that way, we're coming here, we cut this way instead, right? Because if they're following us, not mind gaming us, they just follow us around this way, they push us, they keep following us around, we can jump this window again, right? Then they go around that way, push us around this way, we have enough distance, we can come right around here and do it again. And if they come around here and they're still not trying any mind games, they come around that way, push us right into here again, and we jump this again. And then they go around. By this time they get Bloodlust, but even if they get Bloodlust, there's 2 different plays we could make here. We could either run straight to that pallet if we didn't have enough distance, or we could turn this corner right here and make this play. Because this play right here, if we go to jump it, it doesn't even matter if they double back. Because if we jump and they're at least right here in front of the car, we're running around, you want to slow down a little bit to make sure they're at the front of the car, even if they double back. We'll have enough distance to make it back around to this pallet, which is pushing us the correct way as well, because we would be running this way and be able to jump right back into this window again. Now we're going the right way. And this window is stronger than it looks. It looks just a little bit weak, especially if they just push around this way. But when I mean it's stronger, I mean when Kaneki was broken and they had that really fast vaulting power that's faster than any other killer can vault right now, even faster than Wesker, even if they vaulted with you in the place, you still had enough distance to be able to make it back to this pallet, at least to try to make a play. Whether you greeted it and go down or not, doesn't matter. It literally just made it so that you could make it back to the pallet and have a play to make, even against broken Kaneki's vault that has already gotten nerfed multiple times. Damn it. I was about to be like, I'm not even painting it yet. Then greet it. Damn, no respect. Now obviously the killer is going to catch on and try to push us an opposite way, but it makes it really easy to be able to turn it around, the formation of this tile by itself, not even including this over here, which we're going to get into a second. Any of those jungle gems helps incredibly and turns it into an even bigger OPness, as we were talking about earlier. Let's say they don't want to let us just run right around this way, because they're not going to. A lot of killers are going to figure out what we're trying to do, and they don't want to let us just come around this way, and they're going to not push around this way. So when we come around this way, and we're on this side of the car, and we're running this way, you got to be ready for them to try to switch directions, because when they're pushing you this way, they're going to try to switch directions and push you back this way, because they're thinking if you push you this way, you can't get the running vault here. You could, but even if you try to get the running vault, they could just go right around here, and that'd be completely pointless. But this is where it becomes a lot of fun, because if you're running this way, and you know what they're trying to do, and you're expecting them to change directions, you got to keep your momentum moving. The second they change directions, if you react in time, you can make it all the way back around this, all the way here, and then be in this exact same mind game scenario, where if we jump it, doesn't matter, and if we fake it, it's even better, because if you fake it and win the 50-50 there, because if you fake it and they come around, then you're just going to end up getting hit, right? But if we fake it and they double back, we just reset all the way back here without having to use one of the vaults in the first place.
Now we are going the right way. Greet it.
And that wouldn't even be a scenario, because if we had enough distance around this where we didn't even have to try going into that, we just had enough distance to turn it back around again, we could totally do that. But like I said, most of the killers are going to try to change you up from running this exact direction, and that's how you change it up. If you react in time, you can make it all the way back around this, all the way back around this car, and then make it back around this car running the exact same direction you wanted to in the first place again.
Easier than every other PvP game I've ever played to just get wins. I wonder if we can go all the way around this way again.
But that's where this mind game comes specifically in handy. Whether you jump it and the killer doubles back doesn't matter, or you fake it and save a vault doesn't matter. Now, the funny thing is, even if you reacted super late, it doesn't matter. You could still loop right back around and just loop this car right here by itself again if you really need to. Another thing that you can do on this pallet is greeting the pallet, because say you do not have enough distance to make it back around and you're getting pushed this way first of all. We come around this way, we don't have enough distance to make it anywhere. You totally can greed that, and if they mind game themselves hard enough, you can easily make it to this window right here.
Now we are going the right way. Greet it. Haha, nerd.
Now, the good thing is if you greet it and they don't respect it enough, you could still stay right here and walk right back around to this pallet anyway, just like this, because it's right there. Now, greeting it running this direction as well can work, but they need to respect it a lot harder, because you need them to respect hard enough for you to be able to reset for them to be on the opposite side of here, which will give you enough distance to run all the way back around here and reset it to square one, which would either be vaulting this window again, or if you had enough distance they really respected, you go around this way. Because every now and then if you're running this way and you go to greet it, they'll take the long way and try to go around the little short end, which we can go over the value of that in a little second. If they go all the way around that way, then we'll might have enough distance literally to just not even have to vault that window and just reset completely to square one.
Yes! You make it all the way around this way.
Now, another thing about greeting the pallet running this way is same with the other one, is if they do respect it but not enough, you still can just fall right back on this pallet right here and just loop right back around to it to play it again.
The pallet. Where did they get that lusty blood? They did not get lusty blood. Yay, we got lucky though. Dang it. I don't think they respected enough. Now that we're saying it, he almost does feel like 110.
Now, another mind game that they'll try to do instead of trying to mind game right here in the middle of the car and then push you around is they'll try to work their way closer by inching, trying to change directions by getting our momentum to stop enough, or they'll keep gaining a little bit of distance. But if they're ever trying that little dance that they're getting and you get to the back of the car here and they're on the other side, you have easily enough distance to just turn around and go right back to square one. Now, this little end part of the pallet here is a tad safer than it looks. The killer can M1 you over this if they get close enough. I've never had that happen, but I just know it's possible. But the fence extending the teeniest little bit does make it a little bit safer, but that being said, you're never really going to want to try to loop this except for niche scenarios, like you're playing against a Wesker or something and they have their power out.
Read it. Yes!
Or you're playing against a singularity and he set up the camera and you need to hide from it for a brief second.
Yes!
These are the only scenarios I can really even think of where you might want to use this small side. Other than that, you were pretty much just asking to play an unsafe pallet where you pretty much will always get hit, especially if you don't have like a window or something on this next door gym, which once again we'll talk about in a little bit. Now, the funny thing is, without even incorporating this side gym, because you can get a bunch of different side gyms that all help a ton, specifically if you get a pallet that's close enough, then this pallet doesn't even matter, because when this pallet's thrown, you can use that one, and we'll get into that one in a second. But just this tile by itself is so strong that even if you're playing against an S tier killer like Blight, it's too spread out and it's hard for them to use their rush to be able to actually cut you off. And then since it's something like a Blight that their power should be able to outplay pretty much everything, you literally see Blights trying over and over, just trying to get this to work with their power when they only could get the hit in the first place with Bloodlust.
Can you juke it? That'd be awesome. Nope. Oh my god, he has coup. If he'd have swung earlier, I would have gotten hit, I think, right? God, this setup is so broken. I think I have enough distance this time, and he does not have the lusty blood. Oh, he went the other way. You literally have to be able to curve the shit out of him. Reset. Again. I don't know if I make this though, because it is Blight. Yay. See, what is this hitbox for the Blight? Like, that is some bullshit. I'm not fucking leaving. Wolf of Wall Street. Nothing to loop on Garden of Joy. Ran that whole way. There wasn't even a pallet there either. Tile OP even against Blight. Probably shouldn't have vaulted that, actually. Can I make this? Or is he gonna Lusty Blood? No! Lusty Blood! Damn it. The funny thing is, with that Blight, the only hit they got besides Bloodlust was us greeting a little bit too much and having that backfire as well. Guys, it's gonna be Toba Landing, Nostromo, and Borgo. Damn it. You gain some distance here. Damn it. I want to stay. That was really close. See if it pushes me the other way, right? Dang it. No! Good shit. So a few niche scenarios that can arise with this over here is, say the killer has Bamboozle and you can't even use this window. You vaulted it the one time, killer uses Bamboozle, now what are you gonna do? That's the funniest part about this whole thing, is there's still two big tiles next to each other that you can run around. You might not outlast the Bamboozle, let's say, but the same thing. The strength of this tile is not just how strong the tile is by itself or the OPness we can create with it, but the fact that it's in the far corner of the map. So even if they chase us all the way over here and they're completely set up, let's say the pallet's not even there and they use Bamboozle, and we can still get enough value off of this thing to waste a fair chunk of their time. It's like a time to get hit by the free hit with this super fun and engaging gameplay. Go that way, please. Yay! Me likey that. No, he has crowd control. Let me vault through this. Yeah. I'm gonna try to greet it again this time. I'll go around this way. Can we make it to this? Nope. We will not. Damn it. And sometimes you can even waste a fair chunk of their time, even if they do have Bamboozle and they're not respecting the pals. And you can still waste a fair chunk of their time in the corner of the map.
Yeah. I think we have distance. Yes, we do. Damn it. Damn it. I was gonna not make it around anyway, but... Let's see if your spikes run into this one.
When I'm talking about value in the corner of the map, no matter the scenario, I mean, even if you're hindered, you can still get value off of this tile.
Well, I got lucky there. I'm going to be hindered soon, though. To be fair. Yay! But now I am hindered. Can I make this vault here? Is the question. Yes! Just barely! Because of the hindered is what I'm worried about. Oh, good shit. I got read like a book that time. And I do remember one specific time where I got hard outplayed, but this took the hardest tech in the entire game.
in my opinion. But I think a Wesker hug tech is the hardest thing in the entire game. He has like what, like a 1/10 of a second to hit the button before it's too early or too late. Kind of like those very small handful of difficult loops that are just a really hard running vault to get, where you have about a 1/10 of a second. It's like that, but they have a limited time to be able to do that, where they hit the first dash, and then in between the first and second dash, they hug teched around, and I got completely owned by that guy. So shout out to Wesker for pulling this off. I know I'm always sarcastic about greatness, but this was seriously some greatness right here. Go. Oh my god, he can hug tech. What a fucking G. Now, just like every loop in the game, it doesn't work against every single killer, so projectile killers cause a problem here. You can try to duck underneath the hood here, but what are they going to do when they just shoot you over this, or shoot you over to this part right here? You can still try, but at the same time, you're just going to end up dodging the hatchet over and over instead of trying to actually run the tile itself. I'm sure. Nerd. Same thing if you're playing against something like a pyramid head, which doesn't throw over things, but the projectile works similar to the way it closes distance on you. You're not really going to end up looping this tile that way. You're just going to end up sitting there dodging the projectile over and over, which isn't the exact same thing. You could try to run to the window and do like a crouch juke or something, but you're risking going one way or the other. So if you're playing against a projectile killer in this back corner of the map, you're really not looping the tile. You're just looping the projectiles and trying to dodge those instead. Yeah. No, I tried to juke it back that way. With all that being said and small details being covered, here's some textbook examples against a bunch of different killers just to show you how well this works. And these are not M1 killers. These are like Nemesis when you're already infected and things like that. So just take a look at some of these. That was good stuff. They make it far enough? They are 110 killers, so I might. Maybe make it all around. Make this. Yes, we can. Can we go way around again? Do the double back though. Yes! They're gonna have lusty blood now. No, they weren't. They just used the thing. I don't know if I have the distance though. I think I got hit here. No, I didn't! That looked so whack, but it was funny. It didn't even make the clink sound. They got auto aim, bruh. That feels terrible. They didn't mind getting themselves, I wouldn't be able to come this way. Good shit. Do you respect this pallet though? No! I get one more vault on this, right? Where the fuck? Oh. Like, what the fuck? Which way do they go? Oh, good shit. Yay! Oh, good shit. Good shit. Forgot to... Oh, we do. Nice. Nice. Now does he respect?
Greet it. Yes! Oh my god, is he hug teching? Yay. Oh, Big Goofy, turn around! This is why I need to play Jumpsuit Jake. Big Goofy, turn around again! Alright, I can make it this way though, right? Oh, he has fucking Bamboozle! I was gonna try to use the thing. No! Alright, I kinda wanna use this again. Because we're like in the back corner of the map. I wanna see if he can hug attack. Yay! Come this way, I suppose. He's gonna bamboozle it. I still wanna come this way though. He's like, fuck this shit.
To make you scared.
Damn it. This is bad. They could teleport though. Surprised it didn't, I'll be honest. Oh, but I'm not gonna make it though. Greet it. Greet it again. Do they greet it enough? Yeah! Let's go. Oh god, go back this way. Yeah, they got hit by. I don't know what they got hit by. That was weird. Ooh, the double vault. I haven't seen that one in a minute, especially down on this tile. Damn it, this is bad. I make this. It's not blocked yet. Big Goofy, turn around. Big Sag. Yes! Alright, it's blocked now. It's not blocked, what? Oh, damn. Good play. That was a good play. I was hoping and wishing and thinking and praying. Here we go! And then after that, at worst, you're an M1 killer at 115. Or are they 110? Are they 110? I'm gonna make this. Do I make it back around to the pallet? Or do they get that lusty blood? They did not get lusty blood. Yay, we got lucky though. Dang it. I don't think they respected enough. Now that we're saying it, he almost does feel like 110. Alright, give me that free hit. Just like that, baby. It's turning me on. This back area is hilarious. Damn it. I was about to be like, I'm not even painting it yet. Then greet it. Damn, no respect. Gonna make this though. Yes, we can. It was close. It was so close. Dang it. Why wouldn't you go the other way? Yes! Can you make it all the way around this way? Lusty blood. Yes! Damn it. Thought he'd go for the whip. Does he go this way again? Can you make this? Yay! Can't make this. Walter Vite. Push all the way around this way. No! You no respect. Fine. I'll go loop the big annoying tile. This would be interesting though. Yay. Yes! Let's go. No, I did it. I would have made it to the pallet. I thought he was just going to keep mind gaming it over and over there.
So now we got to talk about the OPness that's in this corner, because this is what makes this tile absolutely fucking hilarious. Now, obviously, what you would really want would be like a window here or over there. This would probably be like the worst possible scenario that we could actually have. But even this would be workable the teeniest little bit, because once this pallet gets thrown right here, essentially, if you have any type of pallet here, you can use it as a second pallet, right? So say we pushed around this way and that pallet right there was thrown, push us around this way, we come the long way. If they're pushing us around this, we could probably even make it over to here. And we could throw this pallet and obviously make it somewhere else if we wanted to. But if you wanted to, you could also game this pallet, wait for them to mind game themselves so you can see them, because all these tiles you can see in between stuff like that. So if it's any type of tall killer or even shorter killer, sometimes you can see like through that little bit right there. Sometimes you can see them on this anyway. So even if they try to mind game themselves at all, you can make it right back to this. And it works sort of as a replacement pallet to replace when this pallet right here is gone. So then you can just use whatever jungle gym pallet you get over here as a replacement pallet for this one and loop it pretty much the exact same way anyway.
Back to my favorite corner. I'm gonna make a short on this one this summer as well. This shit is hilarious. Oh, the pallet's down already though. Do we make this straight shot is the question. I don't think so. Read it. And make it back to the window, maybe? Yeah. Back to the window. This is why you shouldn't have a jungle gym spawn that close. Oh, I fucked up. Thought I saw him double back and I didn't. Damn. Now, the funniest part is if you literally do get a pallet right here, because over there, like I said, it can already be useful, but even if you just get a pallet right here, just a simple pallet gem, just like this one, but the pallet's on this side instead, that right there makes it so strong because you can run back and forth between that pallet and that window. You don't even have to think about this pallet here. You want to incorporate this one just to keep the killer on their feet, essentially, kind of guessing which way you're going to try to go, and then they have to protect it by trying to zone you out of 3 different areas. When you have literally just a simple pallet gem and a pallet is right here, look how strong this can be. Ooh, let's not use a vault. See if we can get away with it. Oh, I forgot I had dramaturgy. God dang it. I was gonna run the other way, but he got that lusty blood. Use it. And then use this one. Can we make it all the way here? I think we make it all the way here. Make it all the way here again. Can we make it all the way to this one? No! 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 And forcing the killer to try to expect which way to zone you out of can extremely help, even if you have one of those weird gyms that has like the unsafe pallet and the unsafe window over there. Still, the killer has to try to expect which way you're going, and then they have to try to zone you out of like 4 vault opportunities. This one, the pallet, and the window over there. So even when you get like one of those weird gyms that doesn't even look like it can contribute much, even that can be extremely damaging on the killer. Brainless goat with, could loop this thing. I'll like say dumb shit. I don't really get mad at the survivors. I just get mad at the setups like that, where I'm like, what? Or I'm like, how? Like, what am I supposed to do here? Because that's when that shit's funny. I don't think this guy knows what's happening here at this loop. Let's see if he goes for it. I don't think he knows now. You got the pallet greed. I gotta throw it down now, though, unfortunately. Or else I'm throwing. And we have our pallet, like, literally right there. He vaulted. Wait. What? Dang, I wanted him to swing. He did! Let's fucking go. Can I greet it? Yes! Oh my god, let's just run away. Close to this back. Oh shit. I'm in a bad area. I'm in a bad spot. But when you have a jungle gym this close to this is when it sucks. Because I'm going to try to incorporate these two. Can we make it? It's going to be close. Can we make it to the pallet to greed? Got lucky. I don't know where they went. We were talking about this tile being strong enough to loop even a Blight just by itself, not even incorporating the other thing. If you incorporate the other thing and you get something strong, it literally can be strong enough to make an S tier killer like Blight rage quit. Maybe not, though. Very strong setup. I want to try to incorporate this window, though. Don't double back. Yeah! I think controller. Set up strong. Did they make it on this one? Greet it. Yeah! Can you jump this? I think that's it though. No! This setup is hilarious. But the absolute best OPness you can get is a long wall gym. Something with a very safe window, either here or over here. It'd actually technically be better over here, but I specifically remember one time where I had it over here against a Bubba, but the Bubba had Bamboozle, so it wasn't just like a normal M1 killer. I am not joking. This chase went on for over 3 minutes long. And it wasn't because I'm super cracked and everyone's witnessing my greatness or anything like that a lot of Survivor mains love to say. It's literally just running in circles. Like, look through this whole chase, see if you can find a single thing in this entire chase that looks like, oh man, I wouldn't be able to do that. You could do everything here, probably better than I can. I'll be completely honest with you. I make way too many dumb mistakes for having almost 10,000 hours. But that's what I mean by being really simple and anybody being able to do it, as long as we stop pretending that Survivor is really hard, because it's not. It's just we have to help each other out and finding all the circles to run in, because if we know the circles to run in, literally anybody can do this. And then anyone can have this much fun looping a Bubba back and forth on one of the strongest areas in the entire game. Even the Bubba had some fun. They let us go and have hatch after, which is better than I would have. I would have like bled the fucking Survivor out for doing that dumb shit. Here we go. Oh, he's got Bamboozle. Alright, here we go. Let's make it more interesting. Yeah, we got a long wall here. Look at this shit. That's hilarious. Oh, the pallet's already gone, though. I thought for sure he was going to bamboozle that. Yeah, there we go. So now we can run back to this. See what I mean? Look how fair and balanced this is. He even has fucking bamboozle. Isn't this so fair and balanced? OMG. I need to go the long way around. It's like super fair and balanced. I even ran the wrong way and it won't matter. I took like the not... Can I make this? I think we can, yeah. And this is like, imagine if this window was facing the other direction. That's the funny thing. Alright, so it still has this bamboozled, but can we loop around this? It's unbamboozled. Can we make it again? Just for fun? See what I mean? They cannot have this. This is not even connectable technically. Like this pallet right here is already gone. It's so fucking dumb. Bamboozle is still... It's blocked from not Bamboozle. It's blocked from me fucking... Here we go. Can we make this? Boo! That would have been sweet. Oh my god. Hey, greet it. Yes! Oh my god, I stubbed my toe. Doesn't matter. Here, I'm back to this one again. Oh my god! No! I go down here. He didn't respect it. Wow! I was pressing pallet throw. I don't know if you saw me glitch for a sec. I was gonna throw it. This got on for way too long. I have to throw this now. Damn it. Ooh. Aw. I'm not gonna wiggle. They can do what they must. Oh my god, it spawned it back here. Of course it did. You can just sit there humping the back corner the whole time and it gives you hatch 2 in the corner. Oh my god, they're uncontrollable.